Today I'm going to show you 6 Dollar Tree DIYs for fall. I'm going to show you how you can start transitioning your summer decor into fall without adding pumpkins. So let's get started.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
For the first DIY, I have some pretty random Dollar Tree items, including this candle holder from Dollar Tree. It was painted gold for a previous DIY. A glass candle holder that I picked up last year for fall. And this piece actually goes on top of this bottom part. So I think the bottom part is made out of either cement or some type of clay, but I'm only going to use that bottom area. I'm also going to use this round vase at the top of this candle holder without the rocks though. I cleaned all of the items really well with a disinfectant spray or Windex so I can go outside and spray paint them black. So now that those pieces are dry, I am going to use my E6000 and hot glue to glue everything together to make a really unique candle holder. I'm going to make a few of them in this video. So I was on Pinterest and I saw so many ideas of just different candle holders, and I was like, okay, I can definitely make my own with all of the different vases and candle holders, the different shapes and sizes all together. It will look so pretty. There were so many ideas on Pinterest, really expensive candle holders, and that's why I decided to leave the round bubble vase, I believe that's what it's called, just like that, the way it is without any paint, because I did see a couple like that and I just thought it was a very unique idea. So that's going next, and then for the last top part will be that round flat piece. Very, very simple, and I would at least wait till the next day to handle it as far as using it in your decor so that E6000 can really dry, but it fully cures within 3 days. For this next one, I kind of wanted to give some detail to a Dollar Tree jar that I had picked up last year, which is this one. It already actually has really pretty detail on the glass area, which I really love. So what I'm going to do is take this Dollar Tree cloche and grab the bottom part of it, and that's going to go at the bottom of my jar. I'm also going to use this Dollar Tree candle, and I'm taking the lid from that candle and adding it to the top of the jar. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to place that first, and then we will paint it. So I'm going to take all of these items except the glass part of the jar and spray paint it white outside so I can give it a good base coat. I picked up this really pretty potpourri from Dollar Tree. I never realized how pretty the potpourri looks. I really like the colors of it. It's very fall-like. The only thing is, I was gonna say it's like a lemon type scent, and I was like, well, I don't think this is gonna smell good at all. And it's not that it stinks or anything, it just, you can barely smell it. But I would think they would have put maybe like a fall scent, maybe a cinnamon, or I don't know, pumpkin type scent. But anyways, so it's not really going to be for that. I'm just going to decorate this jar with it by adding this inside. But you could also put it in a really pretty bowl in your living room, and I think that would look nice too. So I decided not to glue the jar to that bottom part. I'm just going to set it on there like this, but you totally could glue it depending on if you want to change things up later on or paint it different. It's up to you. And then for that little part of the candle, I'm going to use my E6000 and hot glue to glue it on top of the lid just to give it more of a detailed look, so it looks more expensive and not from the Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness, these colors are everything to me. I'm loving those dark wooden tones. It just screams fall to me, but not too much. That's why I mentioned I wasn't going to be adding pumpkins in this video. But I love that Home Sweet Home sign as well. I got that from Hobby Lobby. For this next one, I am using these 2 small plastic bowls from Dollar Tree. They come in a 12-pack, and I'm using some Amazon beads. I'm using 6 of them. If you have watched me for a while now, you know my love for Amazon beads because they came in I think it was 1,000 pack, and they have lasted me for years. So if you want some, I have my Amazon store linked below, and I have that pack of beads available. So I took the 2 bowls outside and spray painted the top or bottom area of the bowls with a flat white spray paint just to give it a good base coat so I can paint it. So I'm going to use my antique wax and some water on a bristle brush and go over it. So depending on how dark you want them, you don't have to use water. I'm trying to lighten it up just a little bit. So that's why I'm using water on my brush. I also spray painted my 6 little beads with that same black matte spray paint. Now what I'm going to do is just glue both of the bowls together, and in the center of the bowls I'm adding the beads. So again, using E6000 hot glue so everything stays put together. I just put a little Dollar Tree candle in there and turned it on. My grateful sign is, I think it's from Hobby Lobby. And if I flip it around on the opposite side, it says thankful. So I have a couple of these little stands from Dollar Tree, and what I'm gonna do is I decided to break it apart. Well, not break it, but you can just kind of pull them apart from each other. And I'm actually gonna make a candle holder out of it. I really liked the design look of it, and I felt like I could make something pretty. So hopefully you like this candle holder. So once I did that, as you can see, I have 2 of them already without those 2 center pieces that connected them. And all I did was use my stem cutters, and it came off pretty easily. And I'm using both of my glues to glue all 4 of them together. So I kind of feel like I did that extra work for nothing in a way. It might look a little different, but you could totally just leave them as is without pulling them apart and just glue both of them together. So try that and let me know how that works if anybody does decide to do this DIY. And then I just added the 4th one to the opposite side. So now this is how it looks. So I can add a candle to the top. I'm gonna add these 2 Jenga pieces to the top first. I'm gonna glue both of them together and glue it at the top using my level, making sure it's straight. And then I will add this round circular piece to the top for the candle. You can grab whatever you like to add to the top for a candle to sit on. I have this from another candle. It was the lid to a Home Goods candle, I believe, and I'm just gonna glue that at the top. So you could use a round circular wood piece from Walmart if you want. I know they sell some. The candle I am using is actually the one that had the lid that we just used for the candle holder. So it smells really good. I actually have it burning right now. The hello sign is from Dollar General. I've been having it for about a year or 2. For the 5th DIY, I'm using this Dollar Tree little wooden box, and I'm actually just going to be using the lid part to this. And then I'm going to take 2 of those small bowls, those small plastic bowls that we used earlier. Oh, here's a 12 pack. I didn't know I showed that. So I'm going to use 2 of those. And then for the top piece, I am using a planter. I'm leaving the planter that grayish color, And what I'm gonna do is paint this bottom wood lid piece white for a base coat, and then I'll be using another paint on top of it. For the two plastic bowls, I took them outside and spray painted them white first. And I'm actually using a chalk paint called Mineral from Waverly Chalk Paint. To give me the look of a topiary, I'm gluing the two bowls together, and then I will glue that on top of the wood piece. I'm adding a white piece of styrofoam in the center, and then I'm just going to be adding a bunch of floral. So this part you can get really creative and go with any color scheme you like. I believe all these florals that I'm using right now are going to be from Hobby Lobby, but I already had them since I opened up my fall totes. I decided to use what I had in there. The only thing from Dollar Tree that I'm going to use inside are those cattails and the white berries. Build it up as much as you want. You can get an idea of my color scheme, or you can look on Pinterest. They have a bunch of pretty color schemes for fall. For the last DIY today, I'm using these two Dollar Tree bases. Again, coming up with a unique look for a candle holder just from based off what I've seen from Pinterest. I'm also going to use this bath mat and just give a part of the base some detail. I had started to add some painter's tape to kind of help me out with the line and where I wanted the bath mat to go on the base. But you don't have to do it till after you're done gluing this on. So I cut a piece of the bath mat on, and now I'm going to hot glue it onto this part of the base. Now you can use super glue, E6000 and hot glue like I always do, and glue it on. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to add more of the Dollar Tree painter's tape the rest of the way down. That way I can spray paint the bath mat part area. Bath mat part area. I did start to paintbrush it on, but then I realized that it kind of looked a little ugly with the paintbrush. So you want to spray paint it first. Once that was done, I'm going to just remove the rest of that painter's tape and then hot glue both of the bases together. So what you can do is paint over the white area with the color that you want. I decided to leave it like that because I wanted it to stay white. So I have this beautiful Hobby Lobby clearance vase next to it, and I just added more of those dried eucalyptus from Hobby Lobby. I love picking those up. They are beautiful, and these are actually from last year, so they do last longer than one season. So I'll let you know if they last another season next year. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Let me know which DIYs you're gonna try. Make sure you are subscribed for more DIYs, and I'll see you in the next video.